Now that we are back from SEMA, we have a laundry list of things we need to fix or complete on the 6x6. We are adding buck stop fenders to allow us to adjust the front suspension to a proper ride height. Yes, we are aware that the 6x6 had a little bit of a Carolina squat on it. While the guys are working on the 6x6, Aaron and I are headed up to the Oregon coast to pick up our next project. This thing is as rare as it is cool, and I think you'll enjoy this build from start to finish, so make sure you go subscribe so you don't miss a thing.
All right, so we finished up our 6x6 and now it's on to bigger and better things. And we actually have a pretty unique build. It's different. It's a little bit out of our normal work truck wheelhouse, but it still is a truck and it's 4-wheel drive and it's pretty damn awesome. I'm gonna let Bjorn walk us through this build and tell us what he uses this thing for, what he needs it to do, and essentially why we're here.
Hey guys, thanks for coming out. My name is Bjorn. This is my 1997 Land Rover Defender 130. It's my work truck. I bought this vehicle in Fuerteventura, which is a small island off the coast of Western Africa. I went really far away to find this specific truck because it's a very capable vehicle. It's got a heavy-duty chassis, a inline 5 turbo diesel manual transmission. It can handle a lot of payload. It's all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive full-time, and for my particular application, it's very capable. It's also a unique truck. I got to be able to drive on the logging roads. It has to be really capable off-road. I have to have a significant amount of payload if I fill it up with gravel or firewood, and mainly I care about it being very capable for the next 4 decades, right? I want to have this vehicle for as long as the rest of my life, and I wanted to be able to start up and run basic maintenance. One of the things that I'm interested in doing is swapping in a Cummins turbo diesel, a mechanically injected 12 valve, low technology, no computers. We run Cummins in all the rest of the equipment we have on our farm, and I want to be able to get maintenance on it really easily. I don't want to have any computers. But let me show you the truck. It's a 4-door, we call it a crew cab or a double cab. You can see there's really simple body on this. It's all aluminum. The chassis is steel, the bulkhead is steel, but it's pretty basic, it's pretty Spartan. Doesn't have a whole lot of frills, but it's real capable. Want to be able to load firewood, equipment, chainsaws, gravel, etc. Got a bit of a lift on it to cover some ground clearance, but you can see here we need to do some significant work to the chassis. It's kind of rusted out, which is a problem with these vehicles. That's fairly common, but the body is in pretty decent shape, but would love to see some upgrades, do some body work, some new paint. These doors are getting kind of old. The bottoms rust out, but I don't need it to be a show car. I just need it to be capable and start every time and work for me. And if you want to take a look under the hood, here we have a TD5, which is a 5-cylinder inline turbo diesel. I've done some upgrades to the turbo. I've got a big aluminum intercooler and radiator, some engine management upgrades, and a big exhaust. Here's the heater core, got the air box there. Sometimes guys run snorkels on these cars. You'll see them in the most random, faraway places like Africa, the Australian outback, because they run. They're very, very capable. Well, after I bought the truck, I had to drive it across an island, put it on a ferry, drive it across another island, put it in a shipping container, send it all the way to the West Coast. And I'm glad we got it here. Definitely gets a lot of looks, but it's very capable. Now I want to show you guys the property, take you on some of the logging roads, show you our gravel pit, and show you why I need a vehicle so capable. So my great-grandfather moved over here from the south of Sweden about 120 years ago. Wasn't many opportunities back then there. A lot of famine, really tough to own land, very cold. And this country presented him a great opportunity. If you work really hard, you can make something of yourself. And so changed our family's outlook. So I'm always forever thankful for him. You see here we've got a bunch of aged firewood. We call it seasoning. Typically we like to season our firewood about 5 years before using it. Make sure it's real dry, burns clean and hot. And we got a lot of firewood up here. If you look here, this is a Garrett skidder. It's an interesting logging vehicle. As you see, you've got the big off-road tires. It's articulated in the center to steer. It can turn very, very close radius because a lot of the logging roads are single lane, so you have to be able to turn around easily. Old Cummins 4BT in there. Super simple, mechanically injected, runs every time, easy maintenance, and you know, if you take care of it, it should run forever. Move the diff lock to low gear. Might be able to crawl up this hill.
So we were up here exploring, and we found out why he needs a little more off-road capabilities out of this old girl, because we're stuck. We're way stuck. So we're gonna hike on out of here and go get a Jeep with a winch and hopefully like a snatch block or something so we can get this out of there.
Went and got his Jeep, some snatch blocks, some cable. He's got a winch on the front of his Jeep, and we're gonna probably snatch block to the front of the Land Rover from a big stump up here, and hopefully pull this thing out. But we have about an hour to do so because we need to leave to get to the airport to get Dave and these guys off on time. And then me and Aaron are gonna get out of here and hit the road. But that's ambitious, I think, considering how stuck we are.
I might have been showing off for you guys and got myself in a little bit of trouble, but I think that this is a great reason why we need to add some more capability to it. A winch would have been awesome. Would have been able to get out.
So basically we were able to get it up off the tree, get it up the hill a little bit. We're just backing out of here. So I guess hopefully we keep it straight this time. And the old bear here doesn't want to scratch his back on the tree again, and we'll make it on down. But right now we're just gonna wind up a winch, put away our rigging supplies, and back both of these on out of here. And hopefully we don't back into trees. I think we're on the home stretch, man.
I'm still kind of worried about
It's
this.
it's slippery. It's only getting worse.
Wow, okay, well, we got it loaded up. Really excited to see it. A little bittersweet. Owned it for 7 years. It's been good to me, but I'm excited to see all the changes and what you guys can think up.
On this Defender 130, It's a lot of things we'd like to do to it. I'm proposing, I don't know if I'm gonna get my way, but I'm proposing that we take that entire body off, ditch the chassis, build a full custom chassis, put 1-ton axles under it. Let's do a 12 valve. The guy wants it all mechanical. I want to do a manual valve body 4L80. Big tires, like big, like as in 40s, not huge, but pretty big, right? Let's do coilovers and bypasses, Fox shock package all the way around. Big shocks too, not little guys. And then some sort of hybrid cage on it. Dump bed. Big fuel capacity, like 50 plus gallons of fuel capacity. He mentioned working with a clothing company that had a special fabric to do that for the interior and utilize that across all the interior panels. One of the things that I'd like to do is I'd like to seal up the interior. I would like to do like a polyurea liner, do some Dynamat or some other kind of sound deadening, quiet everything up and get it completely sealed, insulated, make the AC work good, make it quiet. So once again though, this is just what I'm proposing. I don't know if we'll get to do all this stuff. This is my own, like, what do they call that thing? Like a pipe dream.